And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. We're back in Poland today and some glorious scenes, some glorious footage coming out of hundreds of towns and cities in Poland. It's beautiful sights, and of course, after recent reports, we've been reporting on it quite a lot here on the channel, of course, about the Germans and on the old borders dumping illegal migrants into their country, illegal migrants trying to get over at the Belarus border as well. There's been so much coming out of Poland with regard to illegal immigration and mass migration. However, today we've seen something unprecedented, really, and that's a country where 100 cities and towns stand united, and they're all happening at the same time, these mass protests. And it's honestly a beautiful sight. And people out on the ground are saying a lot of the guys are football fans from different clubs. However, for today, and today only, some of these like hooligans, firms, have all come together to come under one banner. And it's really great to see. It's absolutely beautiful. You're probably not up to date with sort of Polish football, but imagine every team within the UK came under, all united together, went out together and spoke about one direction, one movement. And that, of course, being about illegal immigration, illegal migration dumpings, and just out of control migration in general. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the footage. Some of it's absolutely glorious. But first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more content just like this. Let's go through it.
Ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączy się z narodem. Dąbrowski, ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem. I do Poznania, i Zaborze.
Panowie, dobrze podkręcacie, teraz wylecimy.
Bearing in mind, this is loads of different towns and cities, like 100 towns and cities this footage is from.
Masz kurwo zajechane, od kutasów jesteś cała zajechana. Zajechany masz ryj, zajechany masz ruch, nawet cyce masz kurwo zajechane. Ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem. Wszędzie Wisłę, wszędzie warte, będzie Polakami. Ale nasza Polska! Polska i Polska! 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 Nie zginęła, kiedy my żyjemy. Co nam obca przemoc dzieła, szablą odbierzemy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem.
So the message is clear. For one key goal, Poland has united, put their football rivalries aside, and all came out in their towns and cities. Over 100 towns and cities in Poland unanimously fighting for the same cause. That is a beautiful sight. Now, I couldn't label all of those towns and cities from where that footage was from. It was a mix of everywhere. But you better believe that footage is coming out as we're speaking of the glorious scenes there and these protests that are taking place in Poland today. Various towns and cities, over 100 towns and cities at the exact same time with a key goal and a key message. That is absolutely crazy and something I think is unprecedented. I've never seen that in all my life. I've seen big, large protests, of course I have. But to choreograph that across 100 different towns and cities is insane. It's absolutely insane, and credit to the Polish people there for coming out and coming out and doing what they're all about. But this is amazing. As I said, they're seeing Tusk open their borders to garbage that no other country wants in theirs. They don't want this. They don't want any of this. Poland has always been doing it right. They've always been ahead of the curve. You've seen it over the last couple of weeks. We've been reporting it to you about what they think. The people are so patriotic there that they've taken out their own time, went hundreds of kilometers to the borders to protect their own country, to stop people from being either dumped there or just trying to climb over and get into the EU from Belarus. So, yeah, credit to them. It's beautiful. It really, really is beautiful. And I'm a football fan myself, and probably, it's probably quite hard to believe in our country of football fans coming together, especially if you look at the west of Scotland, Rangers and Celtic or whatnot, different political views and stuff like that is just one example. But it's glorious. You know how deep football rivalries are, and Poland are very passionate with their football teams and will have some deep hatred amongst the clubs. But for today, and today only, they've all come together and said, you know what, there's a bigger picture to this, and we all need to be singing from the same hymn sheet. Some of that footage, you heard them singing the Polish national anthem, which was glorious to hear. But the scene's fantastic, and you can definitely see what Poland want. And let's see if their government listens to them. I have a feeling they will. We've also seen it with their Minister of Defence and the Deputy Prime Minister, who gave them permission, their soldiers on the ground, permission guarding the borders, to use their weapons if illegal migrants continue to throw petrol bombs over the top and attack the state. So I suppose they've got it in their priorities, but a lot of them don't like Donald Tusk, I suppose. False promises and all of these kind of things. But as stated, the Polish are out in their numbers and certainly voting with their feet and showing the whole world how it is done. Let's get some reaction. I'm interested to see what people are thinking down there in the comments. I'm seeing a lot of comments just like this in terms of well done Poland, everybody liking it. Polish lads are always in the gym. Strong lads. Just out of a question here, guys. You reckon we'll win it or not? Yeah? No? Feeling a bit confident. We'll see. Dear God, praise the free media and show the world the truth. But yeah, of course, a lot of the people that are tuning in will be from the UK as well. And I'm seeing a bit of a protest on Dover. I may cover it a little bit later on, but we've seen in Epping it's starting to heat up. Imagine a choreographed 100 town and city protest, how insanely massive that would be. That's so hard to pull off, so credit to them. Even running 2, 3, 4 protests at the same time in various towns and cities in the UK would be insane. But 100 towns and cities in Poland, that is bonkers. That is unprecedented and absolutely amazing to see. Not an T4 refugees welcome here. Can we invite the Polish people here to show Starmer how it's done? Yeah, well, I suppose we could learn off them massively so. Catholic Converter says, Poland's border is a border. We don't have one and still can't stop being invaded. Yeah, I mean, the UK, you would think it's very, very easy, considering we've got an ocean there, or a sea, should I say, an English channel there, water. But a lot of support for Poland, I'm reading here in the live chat from majority British people. But I think that I sense a little bit of envy of the Polish from the Brits here in the live chat. I'm sure the Germans would probably feel the same as well, and some of the Dutch and the French. But Poland certainly leading by example and showing everybody how it's done. This is how it's done. Everyone's saying check my volume. You know, I'm going to spend time today to sort this out. I don't know why my mic's so bad, but yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to sort it out today, I promise you. Bill King says, you're assuming Starmer wants to fix it. Well, we know Starmer doesn't want to fix it. That's clear in his actions over the last, the last year that he's been in power. I mean, he changed, didn't he, recently, a couple of weeks ago, saying that he was the man to get grips of immigration. But since that announcement, 6 weeks ago, done absolutely nothing. And in fact, it's probably getting even worse. The numbers are going up even more. Gary says Polish ultras train and never out of the gym. They've got some, on a football side of things, by the way, they've got some really, really passionate fans. They do follow in their numbers. You know, we see Legia Warsaw's Champions League nights in terms of their displays and stuff. They're very, very passionate people, and using that passion to go into supporting their country and trying to better their country and get the best for their country is certainly going a long way. Judith says, we're not very good at this. We could do with some advice from Poland. To be honest with you, I've seen some really good protests. A lot of the ones that Tommy Robinson, of course, does organise are good, but they're always in one place, usually London, the centre of the country as such, not the centre in that way, but you know, the centre point in terms of the country, the main city. And they've done a great job, you know, hundreds of thousands, or at least the late tens of thousands are showing up in their numbers in one city, of course. But I just want to shine a light on it by Poland's example. We're talking 100 town and cities all at the same time, which just puts anything I've seen to shame, any protest I've seen to shame. But then again, maybe most of their people were more aligned than the British people. We're starting to see a shift of more people shooting towards the right. We're starting to see that by the sort of local election results and the way that the people are frustrated with Labour anyway. But I do think Polish people are very unanimous as a whole. You know, you're obviously going to get a few of them that don't really care or whatnot, but most of them are very, very patriotic and do not want illegal immigration first and foremost, but also their traditions and cultures to be changed. You know, Poland is a very traditional place. And I think I said before on another live stream, if you're fortunate enough to go there, you'll see the difference. You will see. I spent a month, I think, in Krakow last summer, July, August time. And there's a notable difference. I'm not going to point out what that notable difference is as such on here, but you'll see it. As soon as you land, I was in Krakow, and it was yeah, you could see it. You could see what it was there. It was a really nice place, and you felt very, very safe. Often speaking to the women there in Poland, they felt very safe, or just seeing interviews from Polish women, they felt very, very safe within their own country, and that people want to protect that way. Almost like I suppose Polish people are a mix of a little bit of, Russian values and traditions, Ukrainian traditions and values with the West as well. They have very conservative values in life in terms of, the man is the provider, all these kind of things. They're very conservative people. That's the feeling I got, certainly, and speaking to Polish people. So the men are very, very protective over there. They're protective of their women, they're protective of their children, and that's their sort of beliefs, which is also glorious to see. I like that mindset. I feel like I'm a very conservative person as well, very traditional, and all of these kind of things. So yeah, but guys, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below with regard to Poland and this 100 city and town protest at the same time. Do you think this will ever come to the United Kingdom? And maybe we'll be back later to see what's happening in Dover. There was a protest in Dover about stopping the boats and all of these kind of things. So maybe we'll be back a little bit later on to cover that. For those of you saying my mic shit, I'm gonna watch one of these guys on YouTube. That's always, quite long to watch to try and get the best out of my microphone. It's a good microphone. I promise you, it's a good one, but maybe I've just got the settings the wrong way. But I'll sort it out. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.